Email marketing is one of the most effective marketing channels out there for online businesses. But like every other marketing channels out there, there are tips and tricks that you need to know in order to get the most out of the marketing channel. And there are many components to effective email marketing. But in this video, I want to talk about how to write email copy that sells. I'm going to go through everything from what to say in your emails to how to say it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place for online business owners. My name is Christabel, marketing coach for online business owners. Now on this channel, we do a lot of videos on online business and online marketing. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now the first thing you need to know about writing email copy that sells is you have to start off with one clear goal. You want to set one conversion goal before you even start writing that email. So you want to set a goal for your email. For example, you want them to click on a link that goes to a video. You want to share more information about this upcoming conference or upcoming course. You want to get them to click on a link to download something, right? That is one clear conversion goal. Now, by setting the goal up front, you'll know exactly what you're trying to push your audience towards to, and naturally the way you write your copy will start to focus on that one goal. So what I do before I write every email is I ask myself this question: is this email gonna be informative where I share information with them, or is it gonna be engaging where I kind of share something fun and light with them to build the relationship? Is it meant to be some kind of welcome sequence where I'm welcoming them after they downloaded a lead magnet or after they bought something from me? I ask myself, what is the goal and the purpose of this email that I'm writing? And then from there, I know exactly what I have to write about. Now, the second thing you need to know about writing email copy that sells is that you want to keep it conversational. You want to imagine that you're actually writing that email to someone that you know, a friend, an acquaintance. So the way you write it is very casual. It's conversational. You want to keep out the jargons, right? The jargons from your industry, the jargons that people who are not in your industry, who are not in your position will not understand. You want to make sure that as you're writing a conversational email, that it's easy to understand, it's easy to read. You don't want to make it difficult for people to guess what you're trying to say in your email. This is especially true if you are in certain industries like the tech industry, the health industry, the software industries, where you start using words that maybe you and the people in your industry know. But when you're trying to explain and converse and talk to the people in your audience, the chances are those jargons that you use daily in your industry might not make sense to them. So review your email copy to make sure that you're keeping it very conversational. What I always like to say is whenever I'm trying to sell something, I want to make sure that it's so simple that a 10-year-old who is not a marketer or an entrepreneur can actually understand what I'm trying to say. So I want you to try that out when you're trying to write your emails. Now, the third thing when it comes to writing email copy that sells is to tell relatable personal stories. Now, I want to caveat that not every email needs to be a personal story about your life or your business. What I really mean is you want to share it only when it's relatable to that goal of your email, right? To whatever you're selling in that email. So something that I learned from a coach a long time ago was that the more relatable and personal you are, the better that your audience can connect and engage with you, the closer they feel to you. And so whenever possible, whenever you're talking about something, try to include a personal story. And I always like to include a happy story that, everyone loves happy stories, right? Especially when it's related to whatever you're trying to sell. So for example, if I'm trying to craft an email about this video, right? How to write an email copy that sells. I might want to include a personal story of how, when I first got started writing emails, how I didn't know how to write emails and the things that I learned, from someone who gave me feedback, right? So that's a personal story. And another reason why it's so important to share personal and relatable, stories is because people remember stories. Stories are very relatable. People remember stories. They can forget everything that you said, but when it comes to a story, somehow people just retain the information so much better. So when you start selling using a story, people start to remember it better and you get your point across better. Right? And that's what you want when you're trying to sell something. Now, of course, there's such a thing called too much information. No one wants to hear about, your 2-year-old's potty training, whatever that's going on during the potty training, unless you're actually selling something related to potty training. So remember, when it comes to sharing relatable stories, you want to share it when it's related to whatever you're selling. And then there are things that are considered too much information, and you probably don't want to share it unless it's related to whatever you're selling. Now, the fourth thing that you need to know about writing email copy that sells is that you got to make your email copy scannable. Have you ever had emails that are long, like they come in one long paragraph and they're so difficult to read? Now, here's the misconception. A lot of people think that, all your audience, like your audience, are actually reading every single thing that you're writing, and that's not true, right? Most people, when they read through an email, they are just scanning through it. So they're just scanning through the different paragraphs. They're just trying to pick up the main points of it. So when you're writing your email copy, what you want to do is to focus on three things. The first thing is you want to have short paragraphs, right? You want to make sure you have different paragraphs. You want to break it up into different sections, right? You don't want to have one long paragraph where you're trying to say everything. Now, the second thing you want to do is to bold copy whenever appropriate. So for example, if you want to say limited time only, you might want to bold that. If you want to say, for the first 50 people, you might want to bold the 50 people, first 50 people, right? And then the third thing you want to know is to make sure there's only one idea per paragraph. Don't try to squeeze too many things into one paragraph, then gets confusing to read as well. Now, the fifth thing when it comes to writing email copy that sells is to write the copy in the second person voice. So what does that mean, right? Instead of writing an email that says, using the words he or she, what you want to imagine is the person you're talking to in your email is right in front of you. So you want to use words like you, we, ours, yours, versus his, hers, he, she. Now, the sixth thing to know about writing email copy that sells is that if you're trying to sell something during your email, if you're trying to bring up a product or a service, chances are a lot of times you see people writing email copy that's just list out all the features of that product. And this goes back to how to sell, right? If you want to go learn how to sell more and how to sell better, go check out this video. But basically what you want to do in your email is to explain why they should buy from you. So if you want to write email copy that sells, you want to talk about the benefits, the transformations of buying your product or your service. You don't just want to list out the features, right? You want to ask yourself, why should they buy this? Why would they even want to buy or consider buying this thing? And then number 7, when it comes to writing email copy that sells, you want to use actionable language. So you always want to write in active voice. Now, what is active voice? Active voice is encouraging your reader to do something, right? So for example, hit reply and let us know how we're doing, right? Hit reply and let us know what you think about this latest video. So basically what you're trying to do is to get them to take an action. So if you want to email subscribers to take an action and do something, then tell them to do it. Be specific and then use strong verbs to do it. So those are the 7 things you need to know about writing email copy that sells. If you found this video useful, don't forget to go ahead and hit the like button so that I know that you actually liked the video. Now let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions from this video, if you need more help with writing email copy that sells. Now in the meantime, as you wait for my next video, go check out this video to learn more about email marketing. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.